calculate the approximate value of the integral or definite integral e raised to the power of x square dx from 0 to 2 with 4. Okay, sorry, mali pala to. With 8 pala to, no? 4 lang yung nagamit nyo, class. 8 sub-intervals, meron dito 8. Okay. Using the trapezoidal rule, mali lang yun, ha. 8 yun dapat. Hindi ko na correct. With using the trapezoidal rule and using the midpoint rule. Okay? First, we need to use the trapezoid rule o trapezoidal rule. Okay, but first we need recall muna natin yung formula. Ano yung formula natin for trapezoidal rule with values of n equivalent sa small letter n? Can you dictate daw? Ano yung formula natin dito, class? Hello? Remember nyo pa to? This was? Eto, class, oh. Delta x over 2, or that is basically yung step size natin, h, no? Over 2 times okay, f of x sub 0 plus f of, okay, 2 times f of x sub 1 plus 2 times f of x sub 2 plus dot 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 plus lastly yung f of x sub n. So, yan yung formula natin. Tama ba? Okay. Now, for midpoint rule, m sub n, okay, that is h, yung midpoint rule. Saan yung midpoint rule natin dito? Okay. Midpoint rule, ito yun. H, tapos midpoint, okay, midpoint 1 plus, okay, f of x sub 2, x bar sub 2, midpoint 2, f of x sub 3 bar, and then so on and so forth until f of x sub n bar. Okay. So, gamitin natin yung mga formula na to to solve for the problem. Okay, una, we can start with yung trapezoidal rule. Okay, for trapezoidal rule, ano yung h natin or yung step size? Formula niyan is ano to, class? Hello? B minus A over okay, number of subinterval. Tama. This is your h. So, yung B natin is 2, yung A natin is 0, number of subintervals is 8. So, meaning to say, tama ba? Our step size will be 2 over 8, or that is 1/4, or 0.25. So, this is 0.25. Tama? Sorry. Tama, no? So, therefore, gawa tayo ng number line. Okay. Gawa tayo ng number line. Okay. So for example, from 0 to 2. And then, okay, 0, then tapos 0.25, then 0.5, then 0.75, then 1, then 1.25, then 1.5, and then 1.75, and then lastly 2. So, ilang subintervals to? Meron tayong isa dito, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 subintervals yan. So, that's correct. Now, using trapezoidal rule, okay, for the value of t sub 8, no? So, yung step size natin is 0.25, divide it by 2, and then let's find the value of our f of x sub 0. Una tayo sa f of sub 0 plus f of 0.25 plus f of 0.5 plus f of 0.75. Pansin na ninyo ha ang tawag nito, procedure natin sa pagsosolve. So, I'll also be expecting the same procedure sa inyong examination. Okay, 1.25 plus f of, okay, meron pa pala tong mga coefficient, no? 2 times 2. Okay, sorry. So, meron pa tayong 2 dito. Tapos dito din 2. Dito 2 din. Plus, okay, 2. Then dito, okay, plus 2. And then dito din, 2. Then dito, 2 din. 2. Then, f of 1.5. Then, you have here 2. F of 1.75. And lastly, f of 2. Okay? So, we're expecting 9 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, that would comprise 8 subintervals. Okay? So, proceed tayo. T sub 8 equivalent sa 0.25 over 2. Then, yung function natin, di ba, that was e raised to the power of x squared. So, yung lahat ng value ng x will be equating that to this one. So, 0 to 2. 0 raised to the power of 2. Ano yung e raised to the power of 0 square? 0 square is 0. Okay, maging 1 to. Okay, 1 to. Tama man. 0 squared is 0. E raised to the power of 0. Magiging 1 yan. Tama naman. 2 times e 0.25 square plus 2 times e 0.5 square plus, okay, 2 times e 0.75 square plus 2 times e 1 square plus 2 times e 1.25 square plus 2 times e 1.5 square plus 2 times e 1.75 square plus 2 times e raised to the power of 2 square. Tama ba? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so proceed tayo. T sub 8. Itong 0.25 divide to, anong sagot niyan, class? So that is equivalent sa 1.125. Okay, then ito again 1 plus ito, ano to, class? So sulat natin na ng direction, no, 2. Okay, shift no no 2, sorry, 2 shift alpha e pala raised to the power of x square. Okay, calc natin. So 9 natin 0, that is 1. Sorry, that is, so multiply pa natin to, no. So ito, that is 1, no, kasi nag-multiply tayo dito ng 2. Then calc natin to, then 0.25, that is 2.12898 up to 6. Ilang decimals niyo ilagay, class? 6 din ba? Okay, 2.128989 8989 plus, okay, calc tayo ulit, 0.5 2.5680 50 2.5680 50 8050 or 8051. Okay, plus, okay, calc natin ulit, 0.75 3.51011 3.51011 3.51011. Ilang decimal to? 2, 4. Okay, I think meron pa. 2, 4, 6. Mali pala. 0, 9 pala to. 5 lang pala yun. Okay, plus. Okay, okay na to. 0.75. Calc tayo ulit. 1 na naman. Okay, 5.3, 436564. 5.436564. 6564. And then calc 1.25. So that is 9.541466 plus 9.541466, no? Plus calculate. So 1.5 na naman. 18. 18.975472. 975472. Okay, 18.975472. And then plus, okay, calculate 1.75 this time. So 42.761186. 42.7. Okay, sorry, this is not multiplied by 2 dapat. 4761886. Okay, 2468. And lastly, ito. Dapat wala yung 2 ha. Okay. So, calc tayo ulit 2. So, that is 54. So, ito 54.598150. So, we now have our, okay, medyo mataas, no? So, lagay natin sa calculator. Lagay natin sa calculator 0. Unahin natin itong nasa tawag nito. Nasa parenthesis. 2.128989 plus 2.568051 plus 3.510109 plus, okay, 5.43. Okay, sorry. Pag may sagot na kayo, class, you can also tell me kung nag-calculator mo. 9.541466 plus 18.975472 plus 42.761886 plus 54.598150. Okay, then multiply it by 0.125. You would get 17. Okay, T sub 8 equivalent sa 17.56508.6. So, yan yung sagot natin using trapezoidal rule. Ano pala yung expected value natin for this one? Try natin kung makuha natin sa calculator. So, okay, x square, then from 0 to 2. Press tayo. That is 16. Ito ba yung expected answer natin? 16.45. So, this should be our expected answer. Malayo, no? Tama ba, class? Tama ba yung naging solution natin? Or baka... So, yung expected natin na dapat makuha is ito, 2627 or 28. So, this is the true value. Okay. Using calculator. Okay, now, this one is using yung trapezoidal natin with sub-interval 8. Siguro, pag i-increase natin yung number of sub-intervals, makukuha tayo ng closest to this one. Try muna natin using midpoint rule. Okay, midpoint rule. So, M sub 8, diba? That is H tapos yung mga, okay, for midpoint 8. Okay, hold on. So, ito for midpoint, for trapezoidal, for T sub 8 to. Now, sa midpoint rule, need natin i-indicate din yung magiging midpoint from 0 to 2. Diba? Ilan yun? 1, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we have here, just 2. Okay, yan. So, ano yung mga midpoint dito? Ito, midpoint dito, dito, at saka dito. So, ilang yung midpoint? 8 yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, ano yung midpoint ng 0 at saka 0.25? So, 0.25 divided by 2, makuha natin is 0.125. So, 0.125 dito. And then, you can just add no, an increment of, yung increment yan is 0.25. Okay? Okay, 0.125, add ka ng 0.25. So, that is 0.375. Okay, ito, 0.375. 375. So, diba, if i-add natin yung 0.25 plus 0.5 and divide natin yan by 2, you would get 375. Then, i-add lang natin yan by 0.25, you would get 0.625. Dito, 0.625. 0.625. Add tayo ulit ng 0.25. So, you have 875. So, this one is 0.875. Then, add tayo ulit ng 0.25. We have 1.125 dito, 1.125. Then, dito ulit, add tayo ng 0.25. That is 1.375. 1.375. Then, add tayo ulit ng 0.25. So, that is 1.625. 1.625. Then, lastly, add tayo ng 0.25. That is 1.1875. So, 1.875. So, yan yung mga midpoints. Tama ba? Midpoints natin, no? Dito natin ilagay yan. 0.125. So, 8 midpoints yan, no? So, therefore, we can have now our midpoint rule. So, 0.25 yung age natin or step size natin. Multiply natin yan by f of 0.125 plus f of 0.375 plus f of 0.625 plus f of 0.875 plus f of 1.125, okay, plus f of 1.375 plus f of 1.625. So, ano lang dyan ni class, no? Ngani dyan ni siya ang tawag nito numerical. So, plus minus lang, medyo lengthy lang talaga. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, 8 yan lahat. So, therefore, we now have, okay, for the midpoint rule, 0.25 dito. Okay, now we now have equivalence sa e raised to the power of 1.25 square plus e 0.375 square plus e 0.625 square plus e 0.875 square plus e 1.125 square plus e raised to the power 1.375 square, okay, plus e raised to the power of 1.625 square plus e then 1.875 square. Okay? So, tingnan natin, no? M sub 8 equivalent sa 0.25. So, kuha natin yung calculator. Ulit tayo. E, okay, alpha E raised to the power of x. Sorry. This is x square. Okay? Calc natin. 0.125. You would get 1.15748. Okay? Plus, okay, sandali lang class ha. Sandali lang. Okay, let's continue. Are you still able to hear me, class? Kasi malakas ulan dito, good. Okay, tapos 0.375. Then we have here, tama ba? Okay, 1.15. 1.150993. Okay, plus, calc natin, 0.625. You would get 1.477. 1.477904. Okay, plus calc 0. Okay, sorry, nawala. Balik tayo ulit. Alpha e raised to the power of x square. Calc natin ulit 0.875. We have 2.15 0339 38 pala plus okay, calc ulit calc 1.125. okay, that is 3.545308 plus okay, calc 1.375. So you would get 6.623507 plus calc 1.625. You would get 14. Okay, 14.021965. And lastly, itong calc 1.875. You would get 33. 33.636944. Okay, yan na yung magiging terms natin. And then we can now sum up. Okay, 0.015748 added by 1.150993 plus 1.477904 plus 2.150338 plus 3.545308. You kindly you kindly follow my procedure, guys, para to check if tama ba yung magiging value nito, no? You may also use your calculator there, no? Plus lastly 33.636944. You would get 63. Multiply natin yan by 0.25. Okay, you would get 15. Okay, yung value nito is 15 point. Yung midpoint 8 is equivalent sa 15 point. Similar ba tayo, class? 906703. Okay. So ito yung value ng ating m sub 8. So mababa siya compared sa ating true value. Pero kung ating kukunin yung absolute difference, so una, kuha tayo shift abs. Okay. Yung true value natin is 16.45. 0.452628. Subtract natin yan dito sa 17. 17.565086. You would get 1.11. Yan yung magiging difference niya, no? Now, if we compare it with 15.906703, that is less than 1. So, among the two, itong M8, okay, itong midpoint rule, ang mas accurate. So, kung i-increase pa natin yan ng number ng sub-intervals, dito 8 lang yung sub-intervals, so expect na hindi talaga siya masyadong malapit sa ating true value. Pero if we will increase the number of subintervals, so for example, more than 20 yan, or 20, you would come up, no, closer value to 16.45. Okay? Nakuha ba, class? Okay, proceed tayo dito sa problem number 2. Kasi malakas ng ulan dito. Pero madungog bang gyapon ninyo, no? Ha? Kindly thumbs up daw kung madungog gyapon ninyo. Okay, sige. Thank you. If you have questions, I will entertain questions later na lang. Meron pala kayong sagot dito, no? Okay, sige. Proceed tayo dito sa problem number 2. Consider the function sine squared x, square root of x, determine the area, and this is curved from x equivalent to 1 to x equivalent to 3 with n equivalent to 6 using Simpson's rule. Okay, recall natin yung Simpson's rule. Ano yung Simpson's rule natin, class? Ito yun, di ba? So, we have here yung integral ng a to b of our given function f of x dx that is approximated to h over 6. Okay, h over 3 pala of, eto yun. Okay, y sub 0 plus 4y sub 1 plus 2y sub 2 plus 4y sub 3 plus 2y sub 4, so on so forth until makarating tayo sa y sub n. Okay, yan yung formula natin. Tama ba? So, tingnan natin. Ano yung magiging step size natin? B minus A over number of subintervals. So, for the value of h, that is 3 minus 1 all over 6. So, obviously, this is 1/3. 1/3 yan, no? So, basically, ano yung magiging y sub 0 natin? Lagay tayo dito sa... Lagay natin yan dito, no? So, yung x sub 0 natin, of course, that is 1. Dagdag natin yung 1/3, magiging 4 over 3 to. Then, dagdag tayo ulit ng 1/3, magiging 5 over 3 yan. Then, 1/3 ulit, magiging 6 over 3 or 2. Then, 1/3 ulit, magiging 7 over 3. Plus 8 over 3. Plus 9 over 3 or 3. So, ilang subintervals to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 6 subintervals. That is correct. So, ito yung magiging values natin for... Sorry, nawala. So, ito yung magiging values natin for your x. So, tama ba? Ginawa natin. Check natin, ha. Okay, tama naman. Okay. Then, proceed tayo dun sa kunin muna natin yung values ng mga y sub 0. Okay, dito, diba ito? Y sub 0, y sub 4, y sub 1. Okay. So, basically, from 1 to 3 of our given function, sine squared x, square root of x, that is equivalent sa, okay, 1 over 3 of 3. So, that is 1 over 9 directly, no? And then, we have here y sub 0, that is sine squared of, okay, 1, okay, square root of 1, plus sine squared of 4/3, square root of 4 over 3, plus sine squared of 5 over 3, then square root of 5 over 3, ito na lang, plus, okay, meron pa tayong 4 dito, tama. 4, ito 2, then 4. So, gawin na natin plus 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 until, okay, sine squared 3, square root of 3. Okay? Para di masyadong mahaba. Okay? So, gawin na natin yan sa calculator. So, this is 1 over 9. So, sulat lang natin yung function natin. And make sure na naka-radian mode kayo kasi we are dealing with trigonometry. Kapag hindi kayo naka-radian mode niyan, good luck. Okay, sin x square. Tapos, multiplied by square root of x. So, unahin natin kukunin yung 1. Calc 1. So, yung value niyan is 0.70807 plus, okay, calc 4 divide 3. And that is, basically, multiply pa natin yan by 4. So, that is 4.363212. 32, sorry. That is 3213. Okay, plus, balik tayo ulit doon. Dito, calc 5 divide 3 or 5/3. Then, multiply natin yan by 2. Okay, so we have here 2.558330. Okay, plus, balik tayo ulit doon. Dito. So, para hindi kayo malito, class, lagyan natin yan ng indication. So, this is times 4, times 2, times 4, times 2, times 4. Okay, para di tayo malito later. So, balik tayo dun sa, tapos naman tayo sa 5/3. Calc tayo ulit. Then, this time, 2 na naman. Then, that is to be multiplied by 4. So, you will get 4.667, 677 pala. 6772, 10. Okay, plus, okay, balik tayo dun ulit. Calc, this time, 7 divide 3 na tayo. 7 divide 3. And then, that is to be multiplied by 2. So, you would get 1.597343. Plus, okay, balik tayo ulit doon. Calc natin to. So, tapos na tayo sa 7/3. Tama ba? So, 8/3 din tayo. 8/3. Then, that is to be multiplied by 4. So, you would get 1.365824. 1.365824. And lastly, itong 3. Okay, balik tayo doon ulit. Calc natin yan, 3. So, you would get 0.03444494. Okay, yan na yung magiging values natin for all the terms. So, this is 1, 2, 3 of sine squared x square root of x. So, therefore, yung ano pala natin, approximate yan ha, approximate. Yung values pala natin, yung value pala natin ng indefinite integral na to is basically equal sa, so, 0.70873, plus 4.363213 plus 2.558330 plus 4.677210 plus 1.597343 plus 1.365824 plus 0.0, sana yun? 0.34494. Sagot niyan, times natin by, or divide na lang natin by 9. Sagot dito is 1.7. So, 1.7 na lang, lagay natin 1.7005. Okay. 1.7005. Yan yung sagot natin for this definite integral. Try naman natin using calculator kung makuha ba natin to. Okay, that is sine. Na-square ba natin yun kanina, class? Nag-square ko ba kanina? Hala. Napansin nyo, na-square ko ba kanina, class? Na-square ko? Akala ko, di ko na square ba. Call ba my heart. Okay? Okay, kung di yun na square, GG tayo, no? Balik tayo sa start. Okay, that is 1.6998. Okay, malapit lang din. Okay, yung true value dito is 1.6998. So, napansin niyo no? Using Simpson's rule, although 6 intervals lang to, o 6 sub-intervals, no? Pwede nyo din i-try using trapezoidal and midpoint, but you will still come up to the conclusion na yung Simpson's rule is yung mas accurate compared dun sa midpoint at saka trapezoidal. Okay? So I think we're done for this afternoon, no?